Have you ever said an English word, felt confident, and then suddenly noticed that people around you looked a little confused? Or maybe you've practiced English for years, but when you say some words, native speakers don't quite understand you. Don't worry, you are not alone. In fact, most English learners, even very advanced students, mispronounce some of the most common English words. And here's the truth. Sometimes even native speakers don't agree on pronunciation. That's exactly why you are here today. In this video, I'm going to help you stop mispronouncing 15 English words that cause problems for learners all around the world. Some of these words you use every single day, but you might be saying them just a little bit differently than native speakers expect. By the end of this video, you'll be able to pronounce them clearly, confidently, and correctly. And trust me, your English will sound much smoother, more natural, and easier to understand. Welcome to TalkTune English. My name is Jason, and I'm here to make learning English easier, fun, and effective. If this is your first time here, TalkTune English is a channel where we focus on real English learning, not just grammar, not just vocabulary lists, but the sounds, the flow, and the real way English is spoken in everyday life. And today's lesson is extra special because pronunciation is one of the top challenges for English learners. Think about it. You can know hundreds of words, but if you don't pronounce them in a way that others can understand, communication breaks down. That's why fixing these 15 words can make such a huge difference in your speaking and listening. Before we jump into the first word, let me give you a quick tip. When you practice pronunciation, don't just listen with your ears. Pay attention with your mouth. Notice where your tongue is, how your lips move, and even how the air flows when you say a sound. That's the secret to mastering English pronunciation. And as we go through these words together, I'll show you exactly how to do that. Now, here's how this video will work. We have 15 words to practice together. For each word, I'll do 3 things. I'll tell you the word that many learners mispronounce. I'll explain the common mistake people make with that word. I'll teach you the correct pronunciation, slowly and clearly, so you can practice along with me. This way, you'll not only learn the right pronunciation, you'll also understand why people usually make the mistake. And when you understand the why, it becomes much easier to fix it forever. But before we start, I want to give you a challenge. As we go through the 15 words, I want you to repeat each one out loud after me. Don't just watch the video quietly. Speak with me. If you are in a quiet place, say it loudly. If you are in public, whisper it, but still say it, because learning pronunciation is not about watching, it's about doing. All right, let's get started with our very first word. And I bet this one will surprise you, because almost every English learner has said it incorrectly, at least once. The first word is vegetable. Now, here's the mistake. Many learners look at the spelling vegetable and try to pronounce every syllable. They say something like vegetable, 4 syllables. But in real English, native speakers don't say all 4 parts. They reduce it. The correct pronunciation is vegetable, just 3 syllables. In fact, some people even say it with only 2, vegetable. Let's practice together. Repeat after me slowly. Vegetable. Good. Now a little faster. Vegetable. Excellent. One more time. Naturally. Vegetable. Perfect. Notice how the middle sounds become shorter, almost like they disappear. That's a very common thing in English. We reduce vowels and skip sounds that are not stressed. So remember, not vegetable, but vegetable. Let's try it in a sentence. I eat a vegetable salad every day. Repeat with me. I eat a vegetable salad every day. Nice. You sound more natural already. Now, Before we move on to the second word, I want to pause for a moment. If you find this practice helpful so far, take a second to like this video and subscribe to TalkTune English. Why? Because every week, I upload lessons that make English simpler and more enjoyable for you. And by subscribing, you won't miss any of the new videos that can help you improve your pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, and fluency. Also, I'd love to hear from you. While we go through these 15 words, write in the comments which ones are the hardest for you. Maybe you've struggled with vegetable, or maybe there's another word you always find confusing. Share it below. I read every single comment, and your question might inspire a future video. All right, let's keep going. The second word is one you probably use almost every day, especially if you like watching videos like this online. That word is comfortable. Now, I'll stop here because we're going to dive deep into comfortable and many more tricky words in the next part of this video. All right, let's jump right back in. The second word we need to fix is comfortable. Now, many English learners see the spelling comfortable, and they think it should sound like comfortable, 4 clear syllables. But in real spoken English, native speakers don't say it that way. They make it shorter. The correct pronunciation is comfortable, only 3 syllables. Sometimes you even hear it with just 2. Comfortable. Let's practice together. Slowly first. Comfortable. Now a little faster. Comfortable. Now naturally, comfortable. Can you hear how the 4 almost disappears? We don't really say comfortable. We reduce it to comfortable. That's why when you try to pronounce every letter, people might think you sound too formal or even a little unnatural. Let's practice with a sentence. This chair is very comfortable. Repeat with me. This chair is very comfortable. Good. You see how much smoother it feels. Now, here's a quick pronunciation tip. In English, many long words get shorter in everyday speech. This happens because English speakers like rhythm. They stress only 1 or 2 syllables, and the rest becomes smaller or weaker. So when you see a long word, don't assume you must pronounce every letter strongly. Often, you need to reduce. Great work. Let's move on. The third word is chocolate. This one is tricky because learners often pronounce it like chocolate, 3 full syllables. But in English, we usually drop 1 sound. The correct pronunciation is chocolate, or sometimes chocolate, only 2 syllables. Let's say it together slowly. Chocolate. Now faster. Chocolate. One more time naturally. Chocolate. Notice that the O in the middle almost disappears. It's not chocolate, it's just chocolate. Let's try it in a sentence. I love eating chocolate after dinner. Repeat with me. I love eating chocolate after dinner. Very good. Doesn't it feel easier to say when you make it shorter? Here's a little motivation for you. When you start pronouncing words the way native speakers actually say them, not the way they look on paper, you'll notice something amazing. Your listening skills will also improve. Suddenly, you'll start understanding movies, songs, and conversations more easily because your brain is trained to recognize the real sound of the word. So every time you correct your pronunciation, you are not only improving your speaking, you are improving your listening too. Now, let's go to the 4th word, and this one is super common. Wednesday. Almost every learner, when they see Wednesday, they want to pronounce it as Wednesday, with 3 syllables, but in real English, that middle NES sound disappears. The correct pronunciation is Wednesday, just 2 syllables. Repeat with me slowly. Wednesday. Now faster. Wednesday. Now naturally. Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Let's try it in a sentence. We have a meeting on Wednesday. Say it with me. We have a meeting on Wednesday. Perfect. Now here's an important tip. Many English words have silent letters. Wednesday is one of them. The D is silent, and the NES is reduced. If you try to pronounce every single letter, you'll sound unnatural. So remember, don't trust the spelling too much. English spelling and English pronunciation are often very different. Before we continue to the next word, I want to remind you, if this video is helping you, go ahead and subscribe to TalkTune English. That way, you'll get every new lesson I post each week. And if you're really serious about improving your English, comment below and tell me which word, so far vegetable, comfortable, chocolate, or Wednesday was the hardest for you. I'd love to know which one gave you the most trouble, because I want to make lessons that match exactly what you need. Okay, in the next part, we're going to practice some very tricky words that almost every English learner mispronounces, especially number 5. And I promise, when you hear it, you'll say, "Oh, I've been saying that wrong for years." We've already fixed vegetable, comfortable, chocolate, and Wednesday. Now it's time for the 5th word. And I guarantee this one has confused almost every learner at some point. The 5th word is restaurant. When learners see the spelling restaurant, they often pronounce it as restaurant, with 3 clear syllables. But in real English, we don't usually say it that way. Native speakers almost always reduce it. The correct pronunciation is usually restaurant or restaurant, only 2 syllables, sometimes even less. Let's try it together slowly. Restaurant. Now a little faster. Restaurant. Now naturally. Restaurant. Notice how the middle AU sound disappears. It's not restaurant, it's restaurant. Let's practice in a sentence. My favorite restaurant is near my house. Repeat with me. My favorite restaurant is near my house. Good. You sound much more natural. Here's a tip. In English, long words with many vowels often get reduced when we speak fast. That's why restaurant looks long. But in everyday speech, it's short. So don't be afraid to drop sounds. It's actually the correct way. Now, let's move on to word number 6. Pronunciation. This one is extra tricky because even English learners who know the word pronounce get confused. They think the noun pronunciation should sound like pronunciation because of the word pronounce. But here's the mistake. The correct word is pronunciation. There is no noun sound in the middle. It's noon, not noun. Let's practice slowly. Pronunciation. Now faster. Pronunciation. Now naturally. Pronunciation. Be careful, this is a very common mistake. Many learners even say pronunciation, but that's not a real word. Remember, pronunciation. Let's use it in a sentence. Her English pronunciation is excellent. Say it with me. Her English pronunciation is excellent. Perfect. Here's a little reminder. Don't feel embarrassed if you've been saying it wrong for years. Even some advanced learners, and sometimes even teachers, make this mistake. But now you know the correct form, so you can fix it forever. All right, let's move to the 7th word. And this one is a classic problem. Clothes. The spelling clothes confuses a lot of people. Many learners try to pronounce the th sound clearly, like clothes, with 2 full sounds. But in everyday English, most native speakers actually make it simpler. The correct pronunciation is often just clods. Yes, the th is almost silent. It's not clothes, it's calots. Let's practice together slowly. Silos. Now faster. Silos. Now naturally. Silos. So when you say I buy new clothes, it should sound like I buy new clothes. Let's try the full sentence. I need to wash my clothes today. Repeat with me. I need to wash my clothes today. Excellent. Now, here's an important note. Some learners confuse close with close. The word close, meaning near, sounds almost the same. And guess what? That's okay, because even native speakers often pronounce close the same as close. So don't worry too much. The main goal is to make your speech smooth and easy to understand. Before we continue, I want to pause for just a moment. If you've been practicing out loud with me, I want to congratulate you. You're doing real work, not just listening. That's how you get results. So give yourself a little credit. Right now, you're improving step by step. And if you're finding this lesson helpful, make sure you hit that like button so more learners can discover TalkTune English. Also, leave a comment telling me which of today's words you use the most in your daily life. Is it restaurant, pronunciation, close? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, in the next part, we're going to move on to 3 more very common words, numbers 8, 9, and 10. One of them is a word people use every day when they drink water, and almost everyone says it wrong the first time. You don't want to miss it. All right, let's continue. We've fixed 7 tricky words so far, and now we move to word number 8, and this one is extremely common. You probably say it every day. The 8th word is water. Many learners, especially those who study British English, try to pronounce it as water, with a very clear T sound. That's correct in British English, but in American English, the T changes into a soft D sound, so it sounds like water or water. Let's practice slowly. Water. Now faster. Water. Naturally. Water. So in American English, you don't hear a hard T. Instead, you hear a soft D. Try it in a sentence. Can I have some water? Please. Say it with me. Can I have some water? Please. Perfect. Now, word number 9. Fruit. This looks simple, but many learners make it longer than it should be. Some people say fruit with 2 syllables, but the correct pronunciation is just 1 syllable. Fruit. Say it slowly. Fruit. Faster. Fruit. Naturally. Fruit. Let's try a sentence. I eat fruit every morning. Repeat. I eat fruit every morning. Excellent. Now word number 10. Salmon. This one is very tricky because the spelling has a silent L. Many learners say salmon, but the L is never pronounced. The correct pronunciation is sam-un. Let's practice slowly. Sam-un. Now faster. Sam-un. Naturally. Sam-un. In a sentence, I ordered grilled salmon at the restaurant. Say it with me. I ordered grilled salmon at the restaurant. Great job. Word number 11. Island. Yes, another silent letter. Many learners say island, but the S is silent. The correct pronunciation is just island. Practice with me. Eilund. Faster. Eilund. Naturally. Eilund. Sentence. I dream of living on a small island. Say it with me. I dream of living on a small island. Now word number 12. Receipt. When learners see R-E-C-E-I-P-T, they often pronounce the P, but the P is completely silent. The correct pronunciation is receipt. Say it slowly. Receipt. Now faster. Receipti. Naturally. Receipt. Sentence. Can I get a receipt for my purchase? Say it. Can I get a receipt for my purchase? Okay. Word number 13. Debt. Again, the B is silent. Many learners say debti, but the correct pronunciation is just dieti. Practice slowly. Dit. Faster. D. Naturally. D. Sentence. He finally paid off his debt. Say it with me. He finally paid off his debt. Word number 14. Quote, some learners try to pronounce it like quote, but in English, it's just one syllable. Kiwohati. Practice slowly. Kawiyohati. Now faster. Kayohati. Naturally. Kaechi. Sentence. She ended her speech with a famous quote. Repeat. She ended her speech with a famous quote. And now, the 15th and final word. Schedule. This one is interesting because it changes depending on the variety of English. In American English, it's pronounced schedule. In British English, many people say schedule. Both are correct. Let's practice the American version. Schedule. Now the British version, schedule. Sentence in American English. My schedule is very busy this week. Sentence in British English. My schedule is very busy this week. Both are fine. Just choose the one that matches the English you're learning. Now let's close this lesson together. You did it. You've learned the correct pronunciation of 15 tricky English words. That's a huge step forward. Remember, pronunciation is not about being perfect. It's about being clear and confident. Every time you practice, you build new habits in your mouth, your tongue, your lips, and your brain. I want you to be proud of yourself right now. You didn't just watch you practiced out loud. And that's the key. Every repetition brings you closer to speaking English naturally. Now here's what I want you to do. If this video helped you, please support TalkTune English by subscribing to the channel. When you subscribe, you join a community of learners from all over the world who are improving their English step by step, just like you. Also, give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow, so I can keep making free lessons for you every week. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell me which word today was the most difficult for you. Was it comfortable, Wednesday, receipt, or maybe schedule? Share your answer, because your comment might help another learner who feels the same. Finally, remember this. English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about connection. When you pronounce words clearly, you connect with people more easily, and that's the real goal of language. So keep practicing, stay motivated, and never give up. You're doing amazing. This is Jason from TalkTune English, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep speaking, keep smiling, and keep growing.